Hello friends, welcome again. So in this video we'll be focusing on the first trait. As we saw in the last videos that the important aspect of psychometrics was detailed. If we start evaluating our report further, in the first section of the report you will find interpersonal intelligence. This is one of the important traits that we'll be looking after. So interpersonal intelligence, as I said, will be important from the perspective of the working in teams, the working in groups skills that is needed by the industry. Here you must understand interpersonal intelligence does not come only by understanding the other person. The facet, the most important thing that lies beneath it is understanding yourself first. What do you have to understand? What do you understand about yourself? If I ask you this question, most of us don't know what they feel, what they think at the moment. Most of us even don't know that their thinking process is so scattered, they are not able to gather and focus it in one direction. Students, one thing is for sure. Interpersonal intelligence has to be looked from the perspective of knowing oneself first and then knowing the other person. Let us focus on the first part, knowing yourself. What is knowing yourself? Knowing yourself is knowing your thoughts and emotions. So, from the perspective of thoughts come to you in huge frequency. You are continuously thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. You cannot stop thinking. Your thought is not a scalar quantity. It does not only has got magnitude, but it has also got the direction. Most of us complain of having this tendency to think negatively. What does that mean? That means it has got a direction, either positive or negative. In that context, you must know what you're thinking. If you have got continuous and heavily, continually going on thinking for a long period of time, you'll find that the entire process of thinking takes a direction in a particular way. Importantly, if you see, thinking you cannot stop. Thinking has to be channelized. In this channelization of thinking, you must know where you have to go. You must decide the goal. I'll tell you one important thing. Thinking is one of the potent stimulus to enhance your intelligence. If you think right, if you think in a good direction, your intelligence will grow gradually. This is to deal with your synaptic junctions. The junctions of two neurons, the junctions of two nerve cells. When they develop these connections, you find the communication between the entire neuronal circuitry is enhanced. This has to do with your intelligence. And the most important stimulus to enhance your connections of these neurons forming new synapses is thinking. So you must know what you are thinking. Knowing this, you'll be able to make sure that what is your direction, where you are going, what is your goal, what is your ambition, what is your objective of going ahead in your life. Once you know that, the second thing, the most important thing is your emotions. Your emotions are the seat of most of your actions. You may find people saying that I think practically, I act practically, I do things which are practical, I keep away my emotions, I do not fall into the ambiguity of getting into thoughts, mixing thoughts and emotions. Beware. Everything that you do cannot be kept away from emotions. There will be emotions involved in all your thinking and actions. How do you make sure that emotions are conducive? How do you see those emotions are adaptive and not maladaptive? These methods, these ways of knowing yourself will help you to grow into your own awareness, that is self-awareness. Once you've achieved this state of self-awareness, it is more important that in this state of developing of interpersonal intelligence, you must be able to connect to the other person. In this connection, the most important thing, the base of all this is your compassion. How do you deal with people? How do you interact with people will depend on what kind of affinity you have towards them. Take for a matter, you go on thinking negative about a particular person continually without knowing what the person is, how how he behaves, what are his thoughts and emotions. If you go on attuning to a negative thought for that person, you'll come to know that your entire disposition turns into negativity and your distance from that person will increase and increase and increase. To mend this gap, I'll help you to do one exercise. First of all, you must know your thoughts and emotions. The key here is you must spend time with yourself. If I ask you a question, how many of you spend at least 20 minutes every day with yourself asking what you want, what are you doing, what is your goal, what is your objective, what is the purpose that you're learning something, some degree, you're living a life which is more productive or something. What is the purpose of that? When you get this answer, mind you, you'll be more fulfilling in your life. But you must spend 20 minutes in solitude, when you're alone, when doing nothing, with nobody, only with yourself, talking to yourself in a very, very candid way, asking yourself what you want, what you do, and what you want to do in your future. These questions will lead you to some answer. Now the journey begins. You will find that you are able to know your thoughts and emotions very vividly, very, very effectively. Once you do that, you must practice at least for 7 days to transmit the thoughts and emotions towards a person whom you don't know, whom you don't understand properly. Transmitting the emotions and thoughts about good deeds, about good emotions, about good thoughts. For example, a person X, you find that he is not able to, you're not able to get along good with him. Then think good about him. Think what are his good qualities. Think what he can do better. Think about his all positivities, about his virtues. If you don't know them, attribute some good qualities and virtues to him through your observations. Once you start doing this for the next 7 days, gradually the gap that has been widening will gradually sink and you'll be able to look closer and closer and closer to each other, so that your communication enhances, your way of looking towards that person changes, and you'll see a positive outcome out of it. This is important from the workplaces as well. While you work in groups, you will find people of diverse background, diverse cultural upbringing, diverse ways of thinking, diverse ways of emotions are working together in groups. While you see them, while you behave with them, emit positivity, emit a lot of things that are very, very necessary for the development of yourself and the other person. This will help you to bond good. The important thing here is, it's not only the mind that plays in this entire sequence of events, it's also your biology. Biologically, your cells are tuned to be happy with the cells of the other person. The time you start emitting good vibes in your mind, your cells are in good harmony of the surrounding. In that context, certain neurochemicals starts secreting from your nervous system, which will help you to make sure that your body is healthy, it's developing and emitting good behavior. Now, while you do that, this has a consequence on your progress in your career as well. What is the consequence? The consequence is better. The consequence leads you to better and better every day. Your performance will grow. Modern day workplaces are all about looking towards how you relate to people. Now, usually we find people addressing problems with the way they have been developing their own mindsets. Problems, while encountering with people, are to be solved with compassion and love and a lot of empathy. While we say these words may sound heavy, these words may sound a little jargonistic for you, but don't mind, these are the basic things that everybody has got. These are basic things to every human nature. While you show compassion, while you show empathy towards other people, you'll be able to see that the change is coming to your relationship, your development, and your own profession as well. Mind you, there has been immense amount of research that has been done why people stay happy and what makes them grow in their profession. And invariably, everybody has come along with this conclusion. It is your relationships. And I'm not saying romantic relationships. These are the quality of your relationships that you do with people around you. They may be your family members, they may be your colleagues, they may be your bosses, they may be your subordinates. Whatever you do in your life will be out of this, the happiness that you get in your life, it is out of these relationships. So, interpersonal intelligence forms the basis of your development for your leading towards a particular objective of your life. People stay, people are with you, people are the ones which support you while you are in challenges. Resources are, there are three challenges that every person faces in life. One of time, other of say people, and the third is of money. Time and money are the byproducts of certain things. Time is everything constant, everywhere it is constant for everybody. Money is an outcome of things. What is in your hand in terms of getting the other two factors right is your relationships, is your people. So try to be as positive in terms of understanding thoughts and emotions of other people and also understanding your thoughts and emotions. Now, if you see how to develop this kind of interpersonal intelligence, as I said, do an exercise. This exercise, I've already noted earlier, you have to spend 20 minutes with yourself daily. While you do that, you'll also find that you must reflect upon your thoughts and emotions in solitude. And then, while you relate to other person, you must emit all positivity about that person. If you see your report, in your report, you'll find the score, the numerical value of your particular trait, that is interpersonal intelligence. Now, this interpersonal intelligence value, it may be low, it may be average, it may be high. Now, for that development purpose, you've got a self-help guide below your interpretation analysis. I encourage all of you to make sure that you are using this self-help guide for your development. If you find it is important for you to ask help, go ahead. Smart people ask for help. Go and ask your mentors, go and ask your managers, go and ask your teachers, ask for help. Show them your report and let them read the manager's guide. They will be happy, and I'm sure about it, no teacher will let you go back. He or she will be able to handhold you in this journey. Make sure that you're sharing your challenges with your mentors. Now, this entire methodology that we have prescribed you, if you practice it for at least 3 or 4 weeks, you will find the change coming to you. There was a psychologist in early 1983 where he came up with the concept of multiple intelligences. Earlier, intelligence was thought to be a part of a one specific area or a general type of thing, so that people were not able to see how people go along and responding in various areas of life or skills. The name of the psychologist was Howard Gardner. He came up with the concept of multiple intelligence. This theory of multiple intelligence encapsulates one of the important facets of intelligence, and that is this interpersonal intelligence. If you have this intelligence at workplace I'm very sure that you'll be able to develop the kind of professional relationship, the kind of development that you want to see in your life, and fulfill your career in a more satisfying and dignified way. Thank you.